What if I told you that the reason you're not her priority has absolutely nothing to do with her and everything to do with how you're living your life right now? I know it might sting to hear this, but it's the truth. Right now, you're probably trying to impress her, trying to fit yourself into her life in a way that you think will make her see your value. But guess what? It's not working. You're getting ghosted. You're being ignored. You're being treated like an option. But here's the cold, hard truth. You don't need to chase her approval. You need to chase your own. Welcome to the harsh reality. If you continue to behave like you're expendable, you're going to be treated like one. Now, I know this might sound a bit blunt, but we need to wake up. The reason you're stuck in this situation isn't because of anything she's doing. It's because of how you're showing up in her life. So what if I could show you how to flip the script completely? Not by playing games, not by being fake, but by using a mindset so powerful it has been around for over 2,000 years. This mindset is called Stoicism, and it's the art of mastering your emotions, becoming untouchable, and making yourself the priority. This is what you need to make her see you as the prize. Once you truly embrace this mindset, once you become the man you're meant to be, she will fight to stay in your life. Today, I'm going to share with you something that could change everything you thought you knew about relationships. I'm going to show you how to make sure that you're always the priority, never the option. But let's be clear, I'm not here to sugarcoat things. This video is for men who are tired of being treated like a backup plan. I'm not talking about tricks, manipulation, or any of that nonsense. We're going deep into the psychology and philosophy that will help you become the man every woman wants, without begging, without chasing, and most importantly, without changing who you are for her. You've been lied to your whole life. You've been told that the key to winning her over is to be nice, be available, be sweet, be everything for her. How's that working out for you? You keep getting ghosted, you keep getting ignored, and you feel like an afterthought, a backup plan. It's time to stop being her fallback and start being her priority. But let me clarify, I'm not saying you need to treat her badly. No, that's weak. That's not real power. What I am saying is that you need to treat yourself better. Women don't want the guy who is always available. They want the guy who is living life on his own terms. They want the man who has a purpose, who has goals, who has ambition, someone who has control over his own life. Do you want to know why? Because they are hardwired to respect men who are in control of themselves. And that's exactly what we're going to master today. So let's dive into how you can stop being an option and start becoming the man she can't afford to lose. Number 1, why you're always the backup. The first thing you need to understand is that the reason you're not a priority is because you act like you're not a priority. You've probably heard that actions speak louder than words, right? Well, in this case, your actions are telling her exactly how much value you place on yourself, and it's not enough. She knows you're going to be there, no matter what. She knows that if she cancels plans, if she reschedules, or if she just completely disappears for a few days, you'll still be waiting for her to come back. And let's face it, you're showing her that you're her safety net, her backup plan. Let me ask you something. If you were truly valuable, if you really knew your worth, would you tolerate being treated like this? Would you keep waiting around for someone who doesn't prioritize you, who doesn't give you the attention or respect you deserve? The truth is, men who understand their worth do not wait around for someone who treats them like an option. But here's the thing, you're giving her all the power. You're constantly available. You're too eager to please. And by doing that, you're showing her that she can take you or leave you. Let me put it another way. You're her plan B. She's got her eyes on someone else, someone she sees as higher value, someone who's probably not even giving her the time of day. But when that guy doesn't come through, she knows she can always fall back on you. You're always there, waiting for the scraps. And here's the most brutal part. You let her do it. You let her treat you like an option. Now let's face it, no one wants to be in that position. But the reason you're stuck there is because you're not valuing yourself enough. And I'm going to show you exactly how to change that. If you feel like you're always the afterthought, like you're not her priority, it's because you're afraid of losing her. But here's the harsh truth. You've already lost the game the moment you let her disrespect your time. And this isn't just about her. It's about how you value yourself. Women don't respect men who are too available. Respect comes from scarcity. When something is rare, it's valuable. You're always texting back in seconds. You're always the first to call. You're always saying yes to whatever she wants. But how is she supposed to respect you when you don't even respect your own time? You've been acting like a doormat, always at her beck and call. If she's not making you a priority, you need to show her that you have a life beyond her. The second you do that, you're no longer an option. You're the man she wants to chase. But here's where it gets even deeper. This pattern of being the backup doesn't just apply to your relationships with women. It likely spills into other parts of your life, work, friendships, and even family. If you're constantly putting other people's needs above your own, you're teaching everyone around you that you're expendable. You've been conditioned to believe that being nice, being available, and being accommodating will get you what you want. But look at where that's gotten you. It's not working, is it? In the world of relationships, nice guys finish last isn't a saying without merit. It's not that being kind is wrong. It's that being too available, too nice, too accommodating shows weakness. It shows that you don't value yourself. And if you don't value yourself, how can you expect anyone else, especially a woman, to value you? Number 2, the power of emotional detachment. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful weapons you can use in any relationship, emotional detachment. And before you say, wait, aren't we supposed to be emotionally available? Let me explain. Being emotionally available doesn't mean being a pushover. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're not controlled by her reactions or behavior. Here's the hard truth. The moment she knows she can control your emotions, she owns you. If she can make you anxious, jealous, or desperate just by ignoring your texts or canceling plans, she's in control. And that's the moment you lose your power. But when you become emotionally detached, when you stop reacting to her little tests and games, you take back the power. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're texting a girl and suddenly she goes cold. No more cute messages, no more emojis, just one-word replies. What would most guys do? They'd panic. They'd start over-analyzing every word, replaying the last conversation in their heads, wondering what they did wrong. But not you. Why? Because you understand that her behavior has nothing to do with you and everything to do with her. Emotional detachment means you stay calm and confident no matter what happens. She doesn't reply to your text. Cool. You're busy anyway. She cancels last minute. No problem. You've got other plans. You're not fazed because your happiness doesn't depend on her. This is how you become irresistible to women, by being a man whose emotions aren't swayed by her every action. Women crave stability, and emotional detachment makes you the rock in the chaotic world of dating. But here's the kicker. Emotional detachment isn't just about handling her. It's about handling yourself. When you stop chasing validation from women, you free up your mind to focus on more important things, your goals, your passions, your purpose. Women are naturally drawn to men who are on a mission. A man with a purpose is a man who can't be controlled, and that makes you dangerous in the best way possible. Number 3, setting stoic boundaries that demand respect. Let's talk about boundaries. Here's the thing about boundaries. If you don't set them, she will. And guess what? Her boundaries won't work in your favor. Most guys think that setting boundaries means being controlling or rude. Wrong. Setting boundaries is about self-respect. It's about communicating that you value yourself and your time enough to say no when something doesn't work for you. Picture this. She keeps texting you at 11 p.m. to hang out last minute. What do? If you drop everything and run over to her place, you've just shown her that you're willing to bend to her every whim. But if you respond with, "Sorry, I'm busy tonight, but let's plan something for tomorrow," you've just set a boundary that says, "My time is valuable, and I'm not here for your last-minute calls." And this is key. Setting boundaries doesn't just protect you, it forces her to respect you. Women will test your boundaries to see what they can get away with. If you let her walk all over you, she'll lose respect for you. And once respect is gone, attraction follows. But boundaries aren't just about saying no to last-minute plans. They apply to every area of your life. You need to set boundaries around your time, your energy, and your emotional investment. Be clear about what you will and won't tolerate in a relationship. If you're dating a woman who's still testing you, trying to see how much she can push you around, it's time to start setting those firm boundaries. If she's exploring her options, dating other guys, while stringing you along, you need to set a boundary. Tell her, "I'm not interested in being one of many. Either we're exclusive or I'm out." That's a clear boundary. And if she doesn't respect it, you walk away. No drama, no arguments, just a clear understanding that you won't settle for less than you deserve. Number 4, why actions speak louder. In today's dating world, most men are talking way too much and doing way too little. You spend hours texting, explaining yourself, reassuring her that you're the good guy. You're stuck in an endless cycle of trying to convince her of your worth. But here's a harsh truth. Women don't care about what you say. They care about what you do. You think you're making progress by telling her how serious you are about the relationship or how much you care, but to her, it's just noise. Women have heard these same lines from men their entire lives. "I'm different. I'm serious about you. I'm not like those other guys." She's heard it all before. And do you know what she's thinking while you're pouring your heart out? Let's see if he can prove it. Here's what you need to understand. Talking doesn't impress her. Actions do. You could write her a novel about your feelings, and it wouldn't matter as much as showing her through consistent, decisive action. When your actions speak louder than your words, you're telling her that you're a man of integrity, a man who doesn't need to explain himself. You're a man who gets things done without having to broadcast it. Think about the men women are naturally drawn to. Are they the guys who are texting non-stop, showering her with compliments, and trying to convince her of their worth? Number. They're the guys who do what they say without feeling the need to explain themselves. They're the guys who remain calm and composed. They don't seek her validation because they're already validated by their own actions and successes. That's what you need to become, a man of action. Number 5, master the art of mystery. Women don't want a man who's an open book. If she knows exactly what you're thinking and what you're going to do, she's going to lose interest fast. That's why the art of mystery is so powerful, and frankly, most men today have lost it. We live in an age where everyone's glued to their phone, constantly sharing every little thought and feeling. If she can predict your every move, she's going to categorize you as just another guy. And trust me, the moment she can put you in that box, you've lost her interest. I'm not saying you should play games or lie to her, but what I'm saying is this: stop being so predictable. Predictability is the kiss of death in relationships, especially in the early stages. You've got guys out here texting her, "Good morning, good night," and updating her every hour about what they're doing, every single day. Newsflash: this isn't romantic, it's boring. It's suffocating. When you constantly shower her with attention, you're not giving her the chance to miss you. You're not giving her space to wonder what you're doing or to even think about you. You're killing her curiosity, which is the fuel of attraction. Imagine she texts you, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" Now, most guys would jump at the chance to tell her every little detail of their evening, hoping she'll join in. But here's the thing, don't tell her everything. Leave some mystery. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm just watching TV and hanging out, want to come over?" Say something like, "Got a few things going on, might be out later. How about you?" What have you done? You've flipped the script. Instead of being an open book, you've created intrigue. She doesn't know exactly what you're doing, and that uncertainty will make her think about you more. You've planted a seed of curiosity, and that's the key. You want to be the man she's constantly thinking about, the man she's trying to figure out. You want her to wonder where you are, what you're doing, and how you feel every second of the day. Predictable guys are forgettable. Number 6, reclaiming your time. One of the biggest mistakes men make in relationships is constantly rearranging their lives to fit hers. Let me tell you this, a man who doesn't value his own time will never be valued by a woman, period. If you're always available, always waiting for her to call, always dropping your plans to accommodate hers, she's going to start taking you for granted. And once that happens, you're finished. In today's dating scene, women are used to men bending over backward to please them. They've got guys lining up, willing to sacrifice everything just for a chance at her attention. But here's the truth, women don't respect men who are too available. They respect men who are on their grind, men who have a purpose, men who aren't afraid to say, "No, I can't make it. I have other plans." You need to show her that your time is just as valuable as hers, if not more. If you're constantly making yourself available, you're telling her that her time is more important than yours. But the moment you put your own life first, something incredible happens. She starts chasing your time. She starts respecting you. She starts realizing that she can't just snap her fingers and expect you to drop everything for her. When you reclaim your time, you reclaim your power. Don't be afraid to make her work for your attention. Make her earn it. Because the truth is, a man who values his own time is a man that women fight to be around. Number 7, the reciprocity rule. This is where most men go wrong. You're giving her everything, your time, your attention, your energy. And what are you getting in return? A couple of half-hearted texts. Maybe she's still dating other guys. If you're not getting back what you're putting in, you're being played. And here's the thing, it's your fault. You're teaching her that it's okay to give you the bare minimum. You're teaching her that you'll settle for scraps. And guess what? She'll keep feeding you those scraps as long as you accept them. Here's a harsh truth that most men don't want to hear. Women are masters of effort management. They know exactly how much they need to give to keep you around without giving too much. You think she's too busy to text back, too busy to make plans. Wrong. She's giving her time and attention to someone else, someone she views as a priority. The reason you're getting half the effort is because you've taught her that you're okay with that. You've shown her that you're willing to accept whatever crumbs she throws your way, and she's happy to oblige. It's time to stop being so accommodating. If she's not putting in the effort, you pull back. It's that simple. Most guys think they need to keep trying harder, keep giving more, keep chasing. But that's exactly the opposite of what you should be doing. If she's not reciprocating, it's time to let her feel your absence. Women respect men who demand reciprocity, men who aren't afraid to walk away if they're not getting the same energy in return. This is where you take back your power. You've been giving too much for too long. You've been chasing her, and it's time to stop. Let her chase you for once. If she's not matching your effort, don't keep pouring into her. Number 8. becoming the prize. Here's the final, most powerful truth. You're the prize, not her. But you can't expect her to see that unless you start seeing it yourself. Men who have their own purpose, who are focused on their goals, are the ones women respect. Why? Because they know their worth and they don't need to prove it to anyone. When you become a man who values himself, his time, his energy, his life, you stop playing the game on her terms. You start living life on your terms. You stop worrying about whether she's going to text back or if she's going to cancel plans, because you're living a life so rich and fulfilling that she wants a piece of it. Don't make her the center of your universe. Make yourself the center of your own universe. Become the man you've always known you could be, the man who has a life, a mission, and a purpose. She'll see that. She'll be drawn to you, not because you're chasing her, but because you're living your life with purpose and passion. And that's the kind of man that every woman wants. When you first meet, she's enthusiastic. She texts you, makes plans, and shows interest. But as time passes, her effort starts to fade. Suddenly, you're the one always reaching out, always suggesting dates, always initiating. And what do you get in return? A couple of lukewarm responses, maybe an excuse or two about how busy she is. Most guys at this point would start trying even harder. They text more, try to see her more, and do whatever they can to reignite that initial spark. But here's what you should actually do. Pull back. Stop texting her. Stop making plans. Let her feel your absence. If she's interested, she'll notice the shift and start making an effort. If not, she'll disappear, and that's exactly what you want. Because a woman who doesn't reciprocate your energy is a woman who will never prioritize you. And let's be honest, why would you want to invest in someone who sees you as a convenience? Number 9. Turning rejection into power. Most guys crumble at the first sign of rejection. She doesn't text back, she cancels a date, or she ghosts you, and suddenly you're questioning your entire existence. Stop right there. Rejection isn't about you. It's about her. If she's rejecting you, it's a blessing in disguise. You might be thinking, but I really liked her. Doesn't matter. She was never really yours to begin with. If she had to reject you, it's because she didn't see your value in the first place. And that's her problem, not yours. Why? Because rejection is your greatest teacher. It's not a setback. It's an opportunity to level up. When a woman rejects you, she's doing you a favor. She's showing you exactly where you need to grow, where your weaknesses lie, and where your power truly begins. She's giving you the chance to reevaluate, grow, and move on to someone who actually values you. And here's the kicker. Rejection doesn't define you. It refines you. It forces you to become the best version of yourself. The truth is, no one wants to tell you rejection is part of the game. You're not going to win them all, and that's okay. The reality is that most women will reject you, not because something is wrong with you, but because they have their own hidden agendas. They're chasing the highest value man they can find at the moment, and if you don't fit that profile right now, they'll move on without a second thought. And guess what? You shouldn't care. It's her loss, not yours. You need to stop seeing rejection as an attack on your worth and start seeing it as a mirror. What is this rejection showing you about yourself? Were you too available? Did you lack boundaries? Were you chasing her too hard? Whatever the reason, rejection exposes your blind spots. But instead of letting it break you, you need to use it to build you. This is where the Stoic mindset comes into play. You don't react emotionally to rejection. You don't spiral into self-pity. Instead, you analyze the situation coldly, logically, and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Rejection is freedom. It frees you from wasting any more time and energy on someone who doesn't see your worth. Every time a woman ghosts you, cancels on you, or tells you she's not ready for a relationship right now, you should be thanking her. Yes, you heard me. Thank her. She's just cleared your path for someone better, someone who will actually value what you bring to the table. Next time you're ghosted or turned down, don't fall into despair. Instead, use that rejection as fuel to become an even better version of yourself. Because the truth is, the woman who rejects you today will be chasing you tomorrow if you rise above and keep improving. Number 10. Become her emotional anchor. Women are emotional creatures, constantly navigating through highs, lows, drama, and chaotic feelings. If you want to be irreplaceable in her life, you need to stop playing into that chaos and instead become the calm she craves. Most men make the mistake of reacting to a woman's emotional volatility. They try to fix her problems, match her energy, or worse, get emotional themselves. But that's exactly what not to do. You're not supposed to ride her emotional roller coaster. You're supposed to anchor it. Here's the harsh truth. Women will always seek the man who remains calm in the storm. Why? Because women need stability in a world where their emotions are often in flux. When you don't react to her mood swings, when you don't let her drama pull you into chaos, you become the man she can rely on. Every other guy might be blowing up her phone, overreacting, getting needy, or becoming insecure when she gets emotional, but not you. You're grounded, unshaken, and unaffected. That's your power. When she's spiraling, you remain composed. You're the guy who doesn't flinch, who isn't fazed by her emotional waves. And trust me, that's what makes you stand out. Once she realizes she can turn to you for stability, you become irreplaceable. Every storm she faces will lead her back to you. That's how you become the anchor in her life, not just another guy lost in the waves. Number 11, the scarcity principle. Here's the cold truth. The more available you are, the less she values you. If she knows you're always going to be there, no matter what, why would she feel any urgency to make you a priority? Why would she fight for your attention when you're always giving it away for free? Women are hardwired to be attracted to men who have things going on in their lives. Men who aren't just sitting around waiting for her to call. If you're always there, answering her texts within seconds, dropping everything just to see her, you're telling her that your time isn't valuable. And if your time isn't valuable to you, why should it be valuable to her? You need to create scarcity in your availability. Stop being at her beck and call. Stop making yourself so easy to reach and so predictable. When you're constantly available, you're not just killing attraction, you're telling her that you don't have anything more important going on in your life, and that's the last thing a high-value woman wants in a man. Think about the guys who have the most success with women. They're busy, they have purpose, goals, ambition, and women have to fit into their lives, not the other way around. When you're less available, she has to work harder for your attention. She starts wondering what you're up to, why you're not always around, and that's when she starts prioritizing you. It's about shifting the dynamic so that she's investing more in you. Scarcity creates demand, and that demand makes you irreplaceable. If you want to be her priority, you need to stop acting like an option. Stop giving away your time, energy, and attention to women who don't value you. Start respecting yourself, setting boundaries, and living your life on your own terms. When you adopt the stoic mindset, when you stop reacting to her games, when you start valuing your own time, and when you demand reciprocity, you become the man she can't afford to lose. You become the man she prioritizes. And remember, this isn't about playing games or manipulating her emotions. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, mastering your emotions, controlling your time, and living a life that's so fulfilling that she's dying to be a part of it. If you found value in this message, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and consider joining our channel memberships if you can. By doing so, you'll be helping us continue to create high-quality content and make it accessible to as many men as possible. Your support goes a long way in allowing us to bring you the insights, tools, and strategies that can transform lives. Together, we can spread this message to even more men who need to hear it. Every subscription, like, and share contributes to keeping the conversation going and empowering men to rise up and become the priority they truly deserve to be. So go ahead, subscribe now, like the video, and share it with those who can benefit from this knowledge. Let's build a community of strong, confident men who know their worth, set boundaries, and live fulfilling lives on their own terms. Your journey to becoming the best version of yourself starts now, and we're here to support you every step of the way.